FNAF, everything you need to know. This is a video that we've had our eyes on because it has MatPat, who's also a game theorist, the GOAT when it comes to all the FNAF lore and universe, pretty much everything. Also, the Ultimate Timeline. We checked out a tiny bit of the Ultimate Timeline. I checked out the first 2 episodes, I believe, over like 2-3 years ago. Long time ago. Can't really remember that much, not gonna lie. Or remember his children dying, so and homie here checked out part 1, so
and yeah, that fucked me up.
it mentally drains you, but we're excited for this because we've had our eye on this video because we feel like this would just be a cool little watch just to learn more about the universe of FNAF, and we do want to start diving into this, eventually playing the game. If you guys didn't know already, I'm a huge horror lover, and homie here is a horror hater. He hates the content, I love the content, so it's a cool little dynamic we've got on this channel where we check out all horror content. So if you enjoy horror content, like Dead by Daylight, honestly, whatever there is, Outlast, whatever, subscribe, because we have plenty of videos coming soon. I do want to say as well, get this video to 200 likes and I'll make homie right here, for the first time ever, play the game. He will play the first ever FNAF.
That's insane.
I didn't even tell him I said that. I didn't even tell him I said that. I made that up on the spot. 200 likes, I'll make him play the game and fucking suffer.
My suffering is everybody's gain.
The game theorist.
Ryder, do you know why I called you here?
No, MatPat.
Oh, we got like proper animation.
Film theory, food theory, and GT Live. I do not know why you called me here.
MatPat, like before he retired, he was like, bro, he was everywhere. He still is. But...
haunted by the soul of a child whose head was bitten by a robot in 1987.
Jesus!
Oh, yeah. You must have seen the clip from Markiplier where he's like, is that the bite of 87? Or whatever.
Oh, I've been wondering what he meant by that.
Fucking picks up a kid and just fucking... Okay, I won't spoil, but you see.
Jesus!
Say for yourself.
My videos are funny.
Mr. of a Ferret,
that clip makes
this
me
is without
fucking
a
laugh.
doubt one of the most shameful displays of Five Nights at Freddy's lore dumping I have ever seen. It's actually amazing how almost every single thing you said was wrong. I thought we had taught you better back on the Theorist channels.
Damn, bro really came out there and went, well, actually, this is the timeline.
You're trash. You need to understand.
Your time working with us, but clearly you were too busy frolicking around about Bubsy and King's Quest to pay any sort of attention.
Dude, I was just the history guy and the editor. I wasn't doing any of the lore research. Back then, you still thought Purple Guy was the phone guy. But whatever, I get it. Can I go now?
Is it not?
No, not until you learn.
Oh shit!
I thought it was.
Now, if you'll see
oh shit!
This 92-slide PowerPoint presentation that
Wait,
I made
what?
on exactly this subject. First off, this is not the bite of 87. Rather, the image you chose depicts the bite of 1983, and the child in question is actually the crying child, aka the younger brother of Michael Afton. Now, Michael Afton is very.
That's fucked. Wait, what?
That's
Hello,
fucked.
Internet. Welcome to my channel, Foot of a Ferret, where, yes, a few months back, I made a video about FNAF where I got a lot of the lore wrong. And yeah, I knew it was all sorts of wrong. It was a quick throwaway gag, and I wasn't about to do hours and hours of research and fact checking.
Damn.
He's like, bro, I ain't doing all that research. Yo, MatPat, get on the channel, bruh. Like,
nice. But
let me dive through this bitch right now.
Things up to any of the FNAF lore buffs whose heads may have exploded at the amount of inaccuracies I managed to.
That's gonna be like 90% of the comments right now.
So I decided to call in some help from the resident FNAF expert of the whole internet, MatPat from Game Theory.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to
Game
I
Theory.
already did that bit.
Oh, well, anyway, Five Nights at Freddy's is a long series spanning more games, books, and mysteries than you can shake a stick at.
They have so many
our goal is
books
to
as
present
well.
you guys
What
a
the
complete recap
fuck?
of the entire core FNAF storyline.
And a
Or
movie, which
at
is
least
insane.
as much
And a
as we
second
can
one coming
without
out
delving into too
2025,
many
I believe.
unconfirmed theories or
Oh,
things that
shit,
could
next
be
year.
totally rewritten by a new book, or a new game, or new movie,
Yo.
or decorative birthday party napkin with hidden text that only appears after you wipe your mouth 5 times. And FNAF is infamously frustrating when it comes to deciphering its lore, but I think once you boil it all down, the story might not be as complicated as you think. It's weird. Don't.
I mean,
get me wrong,
it seems
but
pretty
I'm not
confusing to
talking
me,
about
and I've
parts
seen
here.
half of the
Yeah,
on the
I
timeline.
Say,
To be fair, didn't get anywhere near the end,
more,
but yeah.
Be sure to hit the big red subscribe button right below this video and ring the little gray bell next to it. That
Subscribe.
Makes sure you get notified every
Oh, they did
time I
Adventure
upload
Time
in the
one.
future. It's a big help
Steven
for my
Universe.
channel, and I'd really appreciate it.
Animal
Also, there's
Crossing.
plenty of really
Oh,
cool
Our
photo
House.
fair-
Yo, I saw my girl Ida.
merch for sale.
Hey, yo.
In the description or in
It'd
this
be
little
amazing
banner
if she
right
do be
below this
waifu.
video. But yeah, enough of that. So get comfortable. We're gonna be here for
The
a
owl
while.
lady.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
This is everything you need to know about Five Nights.
Damn,
at
he
Freddy's.
interrupted.
So,
Then
hey,
this.
it's
No.
the 70s.
Yes.
Ain't
I'm like,
this
whoa.
just a time? Well, it certainly was
1970s,
for these two guys
okay.
named William Afton and Henry Emily.
I
These guys
always
are a
come
couple of
back.
Inventors
Guy.
specializing in building robots and animatronics. They're also
Oh, yeah,
family.
the jealousy.
William has a wife, a daughter, and 2 sons, while Henry has a daughter named Charlotte. So we got 2 groovy 70s dudes building robots to support their families.
Ah,
But
what
there's
could go
just
wrong?
One little snag.
Back in the day, we had William Afton. These days, we have Elon Musk. The world's going to shit.
William Afton.
Oh my
He's a
god, bro,
crazy
that's fucked.
person. I'm not really sure why, but William Afton has this
Wasn't it his
insatiable
jealousy?
desire to kill children.
Recreate the-
But
Oh my god.
I'm sure that won't be a problem anytime soon. So instead, let's focus on this new restaurant in town that just opened, Fredbear's Family Diner. A
Why does that
small,
look like from
locally
fucking
owned family
Gravity Falls?
restaurant that commissions
Not about to
That
William
is
say.
Gravity Falls. I was gonna say. Yo, wait, the fuck is that Gravity
create some
Falls?
fun Chuck E. Cheese style animatronic mascots to entertain the kids. There's a golden bear named Fredbear and a golden rabbit named Bonnie. Now, these are what are called spring lock animatronics, meaning they operate
Oh,
using,
yeah.
well, spring lock mechanisms, which are
locks.
extremely dangerous. Boy,
Yeah.
it sure is a good thing these are just robots and not mascot costumes or something. Hey, guess what? These are also mascot costumes
Fuck
meant
that.
to be worn by the employees of the restaurant. Yeah. Come work at Fredbear's Diner. Sing songs. Entertain families. Try not to
Bleed
breathe too
out.
much inside of the Springlock animatronic suits because even the slightest bit of moisture will cause the Springlock mechanisms to malfunction and clamp down on you, killing you outright.
Oh my god.
Cook pizza.
So despite this
Cookies.
gigantic safety hazard, Fredbear's becomes a pretty popular spot for birthday parties, attracting some real good business. But things start going downhill real fast. So one night, Fredbear's is hosting a birthday party, and one of the kids attending is Henry Emily's daughter, Charlotte. But during the party, Charlotte accidentally gets locked outside in this dark alley behind the restaurant.
Oh,
Suddenly,
hell
a
no.
mysterious purple car drives up, and out steps William Afton, who kills Charlotte outside of Fredbear's
Jesus!
diner.
What
Wait,
the-
Yo, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Bro just hopped out the whip and fucking yoinked her shit. What the fuck?
William Afton, also
Yo,
known in
Will,
FNAF
chill
series
out,
as the
bruh.
Purple guy has claimed his first victim.
Oh, hell
Henry
no.
Emily has lost his daughter, leading him to just kind of disappear for a while. And
Yeah, I
Fredbear
would
is
imagine.
his first of many deaths.
Bro
tied
might
to
have
his
turned into
name.
fucking
Besides
John
being
Wick.
A horrible, sad, terrible tragedy. It's also a PR nightmare. And the owners of Fredbear's were just like, nope, we're out, and they bailed, took the money and ran, sold off the Fredbear franchise to new owners who pulled the flip job of the century to create Fazbear Entertainment. Not only did they get Fredbear's back on its feet, but by
Steven
1983 they
Universe
turned
font.
the franchise into a bit of a multimedia empire with a TV show, action figures, plushies, and most importantly,
Oh, they were
all,
making
the new sister
bank,
location,
bro.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. See, this newly revamped Fazbear franchise introduced a slew of new characters to the lineup. The TV show was named Fredbear and Friends, after all. So they added a
Hey.
chicken named Chica, a pirate
Chica.
fox named Foxy, and a non-golden bunny and bear.
I honestly think Foxy could be the best looking design out of all the animatronics. I've always thought that. Always. Like, Bonnie looks cool, not gonna lie. No, you have the other one, don't you? Springtrap. He looks pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Named Bonnie,
You ever seen what
and
he
of
looks
course,
like?
Freddy Fazbear.
I think-
We all know
He's
these
I
think
guys,
Fazbear
right?
is, like,
Back
probably
in
the
2014
best.
when FNAF was just
Biggest
a
from
guy
FNAF
Kid-friendly
too.
design, honestly.
decades. But yeah,
Where it's,
Freddy,
like,
Bonnie, Chica,
universal.
and Foxy become the faces of the new hit restaurant, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. And things seem to be back on the up and up for Fazbear Entertainment, which of course means one thing: somebody's about to die.
While Freddy's is
That-
up and running, Fredbear's has gotten back to business as usual. Seems to be doing fine for itself since, you know, that one time a kid died. Enter William
damn.
Afton's youngest son, the crying child. Why is he crying? Well, it's implied that he has a pretty intense fear of the animatronics his dad makes, and his older brother Michael Afton really likes to torment the kid by dressing up as Foxy to jump scare him. The kid really
That's crazy.
I just gotta make
That's
sure.
fucked.
Did I? Okay, I did.
just can't catch a break, man. He's clearly terrified of the animatronics, but is basically forced to be around them. Which leads us to one fateful day in 1983 where the crying child is celebrating his birthday at Fredbear's Family Diner. He's not having a great time, and his older brother
Yeah, I
decides
imagine.
to be a little cruel to the kid. He and his friends all crowd around the crying child wearing character masks, lift him up, and bring him to the main stage where
Yeah,
Fredbear's
this is the
performing.
iconic
The crying
scene
child
right here.
starts, well, crying and freaking out. The other kids then do what dumb kids do and take things way too far, putting the crying child inside Fredbear's mouth.
Fucking god.
Matt,
The moisture!
Guy, but I'm gonna take this one.
Oh my
Let's
god,
do
the moisture
math
from the
here.
tears.
One springlock animatronic suit with a very low tolerance for moisture, plus one horrified child crying rivers of tears equals...
Jesus!
Bite of 87?
There
No
you go.
2015 Markiplier, that was what's known as the Bite of 83. William Afton's youngest son is munched by a golden Freddy animatronic and dies. Ooh, it's a birthday party.
Jesus.
I can't, can I say that? I don't know if I can say that. In the wake of this...
So what do you do with your
Fazbear
kids after you
decides
find
the
out?
Springlock animatronic suits are...
What do you mean? What, you find out your kid just killed his, like, little brother?
Yeah, with your creation.
Oh, he
What
gets
do
the
you
same
do?
treatment. Let's put him in the fucking... let's put him in the suit instead.
Just 2 days
yeah, you gotta
to
make
keep
more
using.
kids, doesn't it?
Who gave you that idea? So our good friends Golden Freddy and Golden Bonnie are retired from Fredbear's diner and sent off to the new restaurant Freddy Fazbear's Pizza to be stored in their safe room. And then in walks
why?
William Afton. Now you'd think after William Afton
Bro,
lost
send
one of
that
his
shit
kids
to the
an
fucking
animatronic he created,
Atlantic
he would
Ocean
take
or
a
some
step
shit.
back, reevaluate himself and what he's doing, and
Oh my
change his
God.
ways. But nah, if anything, the death of his own kid was a source of inspiration. So
What?
William goes
What?
to Freddy Fazbear.
The death of my child is motivation. Get your money up, not your funny up. Rip bozo. Like type
Pizza, and it's just like,
Fucking
hey
hell.
guys,
Nigga, what?
Why don't we all just not go into the safe?
That's what William pretty much just said.
The dangerous child-killing animatronics I made. Yeah. In fact, why don't we just forget the safe rooms even exist? You know, we don't need security cameras in there. No. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and reprogram all the animatronics to not even recognize the safe room at all.
Oh my god.
Nothing suspicious going on here, and everyone just goes along with it. I'm sure that won't lead to anything horrible.
So a few years later, around 1985, something horrible happens. 5 kids mysteriously go missing at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and the animatronics start oozing and smelling real rank. Turns out William Afton's been lurking around the pizzeria, using the decommissioned Spring Bonnie suit to lure kids into the safe room, kill them, and then hide their bodies inside the
Alright,
animatronic
did he?
suits.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Jesus fucking
Why?
Christ.
Where's the logic here? I get that you're kind of messed up, Mr. Afton, but what on earth are you hoping to accomplish by stuffing your victims into animatronics
That's
that are
fucked up.
around dozens of people
Yeah.
every
Can
single...
you imagine, right? You're eating at this pizzeria, wherever it is, the pizza place, right? You just get a massive whiff of like massive whiff of just dead children. Just like you're like, oh, this pepperoni pizza's nice. Sure smells like dead child. Like fucking hell.
Naturally, this sparks an investigation that eventually leads to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza shutting down. So let's take a break from the robot bunnies and talk about something that's a little less scary. Clowns. Yeah, really. See, while
Bro, get
William Afton
Pennywise out my
was going around
face.
killing kids, he still found time to develop some animatronics here and there. And when he wasn't building terrifying robot animals, he was building terrifying robot people. All of them
Oh
had
my
this
God.
crazy
What?
circus theme, like this ballerina
Oh,
named
I've seen that
Ballora,
before.
this balloon boy named Balloon Boy, and most importantly, this little girl named Circus Baby. Afton also redesigned some of the old Fazbear crew to fit the
Oh,
circus.
fun fact. You know the balloon boy? Do you remember when we were
Yeah.
playing Little Company and you kept on hearing like
Yeah.
a little girl go like, hello? Yeah, making like weird noise. That's this character right here.
Jesus
I was using that
Christ.
sound.
Little
What the
girl
fuck?
named
You?
Circus Baby. Afton also redesigned some of the old Fazbear crew to fit the circus vibes as well. All that, and he still finds time for his hobbies. How does he do it? These are the Funtime animatronics. Bright,
They're
shiny,
so
happy,
fucking
these are
cursed.
harmless,
Fucking creepy.
right?
That one there is. I know about this one. That's
The
all I'm gonna
clown
say.
makeup were some interesting design choices.
Yikes.
See, at this point, Afton has seen how effective his animatronics can be when it comes to helping commit his crimes.
He's
So
like, we
he
need more
designed a
children.
crew with some advanced features that, to be frank, pretty sus, as if they're specifically designed to lure and kill children.
Yeah,
I
that's pretty
wonder what
fucked.
will happen.
Now, the details get a little fuzzy here, especially in terms of the timeline, but from what I can tell, the plan was to have these animatronics available to rent out for birthday parties and events, housing
Yeah,
them
for
in this
real.
crazy underground storage facility. In addition, some of these animatronics were set to become the face of yet another Fazbear sister location, Circus Baby's Pizza World, set to swoop in and fill the hole in the market.
Why is it just
left when
pizza?
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza shut down.
Fuck
But
this.
that plan kind of fell through due to an accident involving William Afton's daughter. Because
Here we go.
surprise, when you make animatronics specifically designed to lure and kill kids while also having multiple kids of your own, those two things might just happen to overlap once. or twice. So, right as Circus Baby's Pizza World is set to open, Afton's daughter gets just a little too close to Circus Baby and is attacked by a claw that was programmed to shoot out from her torso.
That's fucked.
This kills Afton's daughter and leads to Circus Baby's Pizza World closing.
So at this point, he's lost 2 kids, right?
Yep. Right.
That's fucked.
Closing for good on its opening day.
How does the mom react to
are
this?
then packed up and sent back into storage, but they still move forward with the whole rental service thing, creating Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rental.
No.
These guys are still ready and waiting to be rented out for your
No,
next
fuck
birthday
off, you
party.
get to
But
play.
hey, guess what?
Oh,
Ugh.
my God, I don't like that.
Now. That's a great year. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong in 1987. Damn it. Yeah, even with a handful of child murders under their belt, Fazbear Entertainment decided it was time to reboot their franchise after only 4 years, opening the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza that we
Bro, it's like, I'm on a kill streak. Let's open more. Like,
I'm impressed that they
These
were able to
kids
do that
need
because, like, back then you didn't have as much news. So this is big breaking news that's easy to remember. There's no recency bias because of how much news comes out. There's barely any news, especially in that town. So I'm just
100%.
like, the fact that he's able to open it, I'm like, people are stupid for letting this happen.
FNAF 2. The restaurant is
This
bigger,
is America.
there's new animatronics, and there are all sorts of extra security measures put in place after what happened at the last place. For instance, there's the new toy animatronics, all based on a series of Fazbear action figures. Yes, they're shiny. Yes, they're somehow cuter and
shiny.
creepier at the same time. But most importantly, the toy animatronics are packing some super advanced for the 80s facial recognition technology, scanning for potential predators. However, that doesn't stop William Afton from going for round 2, using the same exact spring bodysuit to lure and kill kids at the pizzeria. But this time, things are a little different. Afton commits his second series of murders, sparking yet another investigation of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, so the restaurant is just about to close down, but first, they got one last birthday party to host, which is a little worrying because the animatronics are going a bit funky.
Now,
What
there's
the
one
fuck do you mean by
pretty
that?
big detail about the FNAF lore we've not mentioned yet, and it's kind of the whole point of the story. There's a pretty hard and fast rule in the FNAF world. If you are a kid killed by William Afton or any of his creations, your soul will undoubtedly...
That's what we both saw in the movie. How... Yeah, we saw the kid's souls in the body. Okay.
go on to possess one of the animatronics. See, it all started with Charlotte, Afton's first victim. When she was killed outside of Fredbear's family diner, her soul found a new home in the diner's security animatronic, this weird, creepy puppet. Or at least, that's how it looks to be conveyed in the games. Like we've said, this series is kind of frustratingly vague when it comes to the lore, but that is what it looks like. And from that point on, the puppet was working behind the scenes, following William Afton around to pick up the pieces he left behind and do what they could to set things right. I'm about to sound a lot like Matt here. As we see in one of FNAF 2's Atari-style minigames, the puppet gives the souls of Afton's victims new life inside of the animatronic suits. So our buddies Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, yeah, they're haunted. Way haunted.
Yeah.
But wait, that's only 4
Let's go fucking
animatronics. Didn't
kids
Purple
in
Guy
there.
kill 5 kids during the missing children's incident? Well, this is where things get a little funky again, because now we're dealing with Golden Freddy's spirit. Or should I say, spirits. So remember the bite of 1983 where the crying child got chomped by the Golden Freddy animatronic? Well, his soul is now inside of Golden Freddy, which, yeah, makes sense. But going back to that FNAF 2 minigame depicting the missing children's incident, in the very last split second, we see a 5th kid followed by a Golden Freddy jump scare. This is Cassidy, the 5th victim of the 1985 missing children's incident and the 2nd spirit haunting the Golden Freddy animatronic. And let me tell you, Cassidy is mad at William Afton. She is out for revenge.
I would be as well.
It's important.
All this is to say that the FNAF 2 toy animatronics are now most likely haunted by the souls of Afton's most recent victims. You can tell because these guys start acting way more aggressive and confrontational towards adults. They're chill around kids, but if you're a grown-up, they'll start giving you the death glare. And they're not programmed to do that. So I'ma say, haunted. They're looking for revenge against William Afton. But on the day of that last birthday party, they get a tad overexcited and attack the daytime security guard, giving them a nice hard chomp on the noggin and removing their entire frontal lobe in what became infamously known as the bite of 87.
That's
Happy
fucked.
birthday, Tommy. Needless to say, this gets the
It's just a little love bite. Just a little nip. You know?
That's literally the entire front of your head. Like, just to the end of your jaw. Just imagine from the end of your jaw to the top of your middle.
just fucking clamp it down like a fucking alligator, like a crocodile on your face. Nah, I'm good.
Closed for good. All right, so let's tally things up. By 1987, Fazbear Entertainment has around a dozen dead kids to their name. That's almost
nice.
one dead kid for every year they've existed.
Lovely.
You really think
Fucking
by now
hell.
they decide to call it a day, but nope. These guys decided to give it one more go in 1993. They went back to that first Freddy Fazbear's Pizza location, brought back the original crew, and relaunched the pizzeria feeling just so sure about it this time.
Free is
But
crazy.
surprise, people kind
Yeah,
of
for
sort
real.
of associate the Fazbear name with dead kids now, so no one comes to this new restaurant and it eventually shuts down.
One rainy night, a while after the restaurant closes down and falls into disrepair, William Afton sneaks in and starts dismantling the animatronics
Oh
one
my
by
God.
one. Little does he know that those robots got ghosts in them. The souls
Yep.
of his victims are released and they chase Afton down.
That's
They corner
fucking
him in the back room of the
terrifying.
pizzeria, and Afton starts to panic. But then, and I don't really know why he would do this, but he runs over to the Spring Bonnie animatronic suit, the suit he's committed all these murders in, and hops inside.
And then it
Not sure
locks
what
on
that's
him.
gonna do against ghosts, but he seems to think it's a smart move. Remember though that these old Springlock suits are super sensitive to moisture. That's what killed the crying child back in '83. Like I said, the
Oh.
pizzeria's been abandoned for a while now. It's pretty run down. And it's raining. So Afton piles into his murder suit, just kind of stands there for a few seconds, and chop! Spring
Oh.
blood goes everywhere.
Yeah.
William Afton, stuck inside the Spring
Oh,
Bonnie
that's
suit, falls to the
fucked.
ground and dies. Fazbear Entertainment attempts to save
That's so different to the movie. Obviously, we know the movie is always going to be different, but that is so different, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's
Like,
crazy.
very different.
Mhm.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the game
He
over the
gets it,
movie,
bro.
not gonna
He
lie.
deserves it.
100%. That's...
face from the now
Yikes.
breakers, dozen of dead
Actual
people attached
yikes.
to its
Holy
name
shit.
by completely walling
The game
off
was
back rooms,
brutal.
leaving Afton's body inside and just forgetting about it.
They're both
You see
brutal,
all this
but
go
you
down
don't-
during a minigame in FNAF
Bro.
3. Also in that game, if you get the good ending, you get to see the puppet bring cake to a table of children. 4 of them in FNAF masks, and one of them crying. The puppet gives the kid cake, they stop crying, they put on a golden Freddy mask, and then they all disappear, leaving the masks behind. The puppet has set the souls free.
Now, you might
Hey.
notice
Damn.
that
Thank you,
all
Kat.
this stuff we're talking about has next to nothing to do with what you actually do in these games. Sure, you see some of this stuff play out in mini games, but those are side things that are often hidden. If you play these games casually, you may never see a good
Yeah.
chunk of these plot-driven mini
Yeah.
games. So how does a purple dude killing kids lead to you as the player spending 5 nights at various robot-infested
Fuck playing that in
buildings,
VR.
kicking
What do you
hammers and
mean in
avoiding death
VR?
by
Whoa.
robot chicken? Well, that is where William's older son, Michael Afton, comes back into the picture. While
What?
all of that was
Stick to
going
Arizona
on, Michael,
sunshine.
now an adult, takes it upon himself to try and make up for his dad's crimes. At first, he was just trying to find his sister, which is a little weird considering the whole, being dead thing. But remember the FNAF rule. All kids killed by Afton or his robots go on to possess an animatronic. And the
Yeah.
soul of Michael's sister is now living in the very same animatronic.
I ain't got
that
nowhere
killed her,
near that fucking
Circus
robot,
Baby.
just
And it
saying.
seems like William Afton knows this because one day, William, the messed up individual he is, went to his son and was like, your sister. Yeah, she's over there. Go check it out. So Michael takes a job at Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals, as we see in the game's sister location. In between.
He made his son work. Are you fucking serious?
He's different. I'm just like, yo.
This guy is fucked up. What the
Splitting
fuck?
animatronic, Michael discovers the whole "my dad killed a bunch
Jesus.
of kids and their souls are trapped
Oh
inside
my
these animatronic suits" thing, and decides he has to do something about it.
Unfortunately, while working the night shift at the storage facility, Michael gets himself scooped, meaning the dude gets his insides ripped out of him by a machine meant to remove animatronic endoskeletons. And then this giant robot named Ennard, created by all the Funtime animatronics literally stitching parts of themselves together, jumps inside of Mike to use his body as a host. So Michael is now dead. Kinda. He's like partially dead. He just kind of moves on with his life for a while. Robo bits jangling around inside his skin sack as his body slowly rots and turns purple. Oh, now he looks like dear old dad. Mike gets progressively worse until one day Ennard's just like, yeah, this place was cool at first, but kinda sucks now, and ejects himself from Michael's body. And Michael is pretty okay with it, actually. Yeah, somehow he is still alive. Not much else to do, but, keep doing what he was doing before, I guess.
Michael starts applying for gigs at all the various Fazbear locations that popped up over the years. With
This
the goal of
series
setting
is
the souls
fucking
inside the animatronics
crazy.
free. He lands nighttime security jobs at both the bigger 1987 pizzeria as well as the 1993 pizzeria, but is fired from both for tampering with the animatronics to, you know, save the souls of dead children, and for a general foul odor, because he is in fact
Sounds like
a
top.
walking corpse. And all this comes to a head in FNAF 3 several years after the final
Oh,
closing
okay,
of
so it's
Freddy
FNAF
Fazbear's
3 with
Pizza.
a
The whole
spring lock.
Fazbear name is
Or spring
destroyed,
trap,
no
whatever it's
doubt.
called.
But over the years, it became some kind of urban legend. So some random company decides to capitalize on this, creating a haunted house-style horror attraction called Fazbear Frights. The place is all decked out in Freddy Fazbear memorabilia, spooky atmosphere, everything's pee-pee yellow. They went the whole 9 yards with this place, including finding a real Fazbear animatronic salvaged from the walled-off back room of Freddy Fazbear.
It's gonna be
Oh,
William
no.
Afton, isn't it?
William Afton is
That's
back,
fucking
baby.
crazy.
Undead, rotting, haunting his
Oh
spring
my
bunny
god.
suit.
Yo! FNAF 2, the movie, is gonna have fucking Springtrap then. That's crazy. So there's also rumors as well that he's gonna be in Dead by Daylight. I think he's like pretty much been confirmed at this point. Not him, but that there's going to be a FNAF collaboration with Dead by Daylight in summer 2025. So imagine that's going to be the same time the second movie comes out.
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
So that could be some really good fucking promotion for the movie. If they actually end
that
up
would
doing
be
that. Because then he would be like the main villain of FNAF 2.
Stalking around
William
Fazbear
Afton is
Frights
like the
as
suit, like
monstrosity
he's
we
so...
know as Springtrap. I guess living after death as a rotting purple corpse creature runs in the Afton family, but only after a certain age. Sorry, kids.
So
Damn.
William Afton has been unleashed back onto the world. This could be very bad. Luckily, Fazbear Frights has a nighttime security guard. That's right, it's a family reunion. Father and son back together after all these years. Except now they're both
What?
technically dead and the son sets the dad on fire. Yeah!
What?
At the end of FNAF 3, Fazbear Frights burns down with Springtrap still inside, which has to have been Michael trying to finally finish off his dad. But unfortunately for Mike, William Afton
always comes back.
he tried his best, but somehow,
the thing. I always
somehow,
come back.
Springtrap is still out there.
But then, totally out of left field, Henry Emily comes back with a plan. After
Huh?
doing literally nothing this entire time, Henry jumps back into the fray by starting his own pizzeria with Michael
Wait,
working
what?
as an employee. We see all this happen in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. But beyond all the arcade games and googly eyes,
This series
Henry's Pizzeria is
so
actually
weird.
just a front to
Fucked.
gather up the last few haunted animatronics and set their souls to rest. And weirdly enough, the animatronics have changed over the years. Circus Baby was apparently kicked out of the Ennard crew, now taking the form of Scrap Baby. What's left of Ennard has now taken the form of Molten Freddy. The puppet's still kicking around as this bear called Lefty. And of course, there's Springtrap. Not much different about it. It's just
Oh, look at his
Springtrap.
skull
Once
and
the
everything.
gang's
Nah,
all
I don't like
together,
that.
They're all incinerated, including Michael, and we hear the voice of Henry saying his
Yo.
final goodbye to the lost souls, his daughter, and his old business partner. But hey, would you look at that? William Afton is still alive. Okay, how
He
the
traded
heck
his
does
soul
this
to a
dude keep
new
cheating death?
Well, that's all
animatronic or
thanks to
something.
Cassidy, the vengeful spirit haunting Golden Freddy alongside the crying child.
That's not scary.
She's been out for
That
revenge
looks like a
ever
Karen.
since the 1985 missing children's incident. And when I say revenge, I mean she wants to make him suffer. Just killing him off isn't enough. And at this point, William Afton should be dead several times over. Dude got impaled from all angles and burned to death twice. So physically, he's not really that much of a threat anymore, but Cassidy keeps him alive to torture him, forcing him to live through a never-ending barrage of animatronic horror in his mind as we see in FNAF Custom Night. But that's just half the story, because now there's two William Aftons.
Oh my god.
Huh?
Okay.
That's
follow me on
fucking
this.
crazy.
Many years after all the tragedies of the Fazbear franchise occur, Scott Cawthon, some random unnamed video game developer who is not Scott Cawthon, the real-world creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, started making a bunch of horror games based on the stories of the Fazbear tragedies. Yep.
Oh, he made,
FNAF
like,
is
fan
officially going
games, pretty
full
much?
meta on us now. Not Cawthon's games become really popular, and Fazbear Entertainment is getting pretty ticked at the bad name the games are giving their company, as if they weren't already giving themselves a bad name. So they decided to fight fire with fire. Pun
Security
intended,
breach?
creating making their own VR horror game as a way of poking fun at themselves,
Yo.
discrediting Not Cawthon, saving a bit of face, and cashing in on their own messed up past while they're at it. But as it turns out, while making the game, the dev team used a few
Help
pieces
Wanted,
of
I've heard
code
of this
found on some
before.
old
I think
Fazbear Entertainment
Help Wanted 2 is out now,
hard
if I
drives.
remember
In
correctly.
that code,
I've seen it around somewhere.
somehow was a digital replication of William Afton's consciousness. Yeah, we're going there.
This code manifested itself in-game as Glitch Trap, a yellow bunny mascot with purple eyes who, over the course of the game, brainwashed multiple beta testers to become little William Aftons in
I don't
training.
like that.
Right, this is getting a little far-fetched, right? But it doesn't stop there. In the FNAF VR DLC Curse of Fredbear, we see this whole William AI Afton mind-melding thing really take shape with Vanny, a reluctant follower of William Afton. We've not seen much of Vanny yet, but we know that she's someone who's played FNAF VR, was brainwashed by Afton, and is now working
Jesus.
for him. Also, she wears a creepy bunny mascot costume just like Glitch Trap.
I don't
It feels
like that
Vanny's about to
outfit at
become
all,
A
that
very
costume.
important player in the FNAF story. Sometime in the near future, we're going to be getting ourselves the newest FNAF game, Security Breach.
It's bigger.
Oh, yeah, I heard of
it's
that.
badder,
That's already
it's
out.
constantly
I
getting
watched,
better. It's Five Nights at Freddy's
I can't remember who I watched. I watched this Twitch
actually
streamer
think it
play
looks
half
really
of this
good.
game.
And
He
if
never
the
finished
trailers
it, though.
and
He gave
teasers
up.
Are anything to go by, which
Oh, I've seen those ones.
should be. In this game, you're being hunted down by a killer bunny mascot with a woman's voice.
Yeah, that is
That's
the Vanny.
And until we see what all Security Breach brings to the table,
Ooh.
that is where the story
Vanny
of Five Nights
costume
at
thing.
Freddy's leaves off. I know it kind of
Yikes.
feels like we just took a hard left turn right before the end there. All this talk of AI, brainwashing, and deadly VR games actually makes all the child murder and haunted animatronics actually look normal by comparison. But to me, this feels like we've reached the end of FNAF Season 1 and are entering FNAF Season 2.
At
I
this
like
point,
the-
FNAF is wrapping up the story we've all been
If I remember correctly, this one right
Season
here,
1 and are entering FNAF
that one's called Roxy. If I remember correctly, that's Roxy.
Season 2.
At this point, FNAF is wrapping up the story.
Then you
we've
have
all
like
been
a
building and piecing
gator,
together
like
since
an alligator.
2014, and using it as a springboard to set up all the new insane stories that we'll be trying to piece together until 2028. The main FNAF story, the story
2028.
of Pizzeria's missing kids, purple people in the Afton family, is largely over. A couple of pieces of it are wrapping up in the books at this point, but really, it's just done. This is officially the start
Oh,
of not
damn.
even a new chapter, but a new saga of FNAF stories, which gotta say, super exciting, because like back in 2014, no one could have predicted that the creepy Chuck E. Cheese game would grow to become a massive multimedia franchise about a serial child murderer who can't die. So now that FNAF is settling in on a new path, oh man, it could go anywhere, which means that I can't
there's
go anywhere.
two-
I'm stuck in it. I am stuck.
There's
in this
literally
franchise
two
until the heat death of
freaking
the
whatever his
universe.
name is,
Wish
Aftons.
me luck.
Jesus.
William
Well,
Aftons,
Matt's
yeah.
gonna go and sulk
So
in the
there's
corner
one
for a little while, so let me just say
in the suit,
thank you
another
very
that's
much
virtual,
for watching this incredibly
and then
long video
they
about the
just
Five
tra-
Nights at
one
Freddy's
of them
lore.
trained a
Believe it
new
or not,
killer.
There are actually
Jesus.
a ton more intricate details and mysteries that we couldn't even fit in this video. So if you want to go even deeper into the lore, definitely head over to Matt's channel and check out his amazing
Okay.
FNAF game theories. Or if you want to hear me talk more about FNAF without going into
Everyone
the lore,
subscribe.
because
He's linked in the
oh my
description.
God,
Subscribe.
I got that for you too. Thank you for
Yes,
being
sir.
patient with me while I put this behemoth of a video
That's
together,
definitely a big
and
video,
I'll see
not
you
gonna
next
lie.
time. DFTBA.
Yes.
Okay, so I really like this because we've spoke behind the scenes before, and we've wanted to get more into FNAF. Even if it's like not really, you know, doing it on this channel, it's more of just learning about the universe of FNAF on its own, because it's such an interesting, like, batshit crazy that you don't understand what's going on until you proper dive deep into it. Like, luckily we found this video, which is like a great start for us, but I'm so glad we did this, because this is like something you could watch instead of watching the, like, what is it, 5 parts of the Ultimate Timeline, which is like nearly 3 hours or something. This is
That's
like a shorter version, and I feel like from here you're kind of ready to play the games. Honestly, this is like all you really need to dive into the game. So this is a good spot. So hopefully you guys are interested in us maybe trying to play the game. We might have said in the intro, but 200 likes and I will get homie right here to play the game. That'd be interesting. I'm gonna watch you play the game. So
gonna be fucking crazy.